And one of the things that I had to pick just 5 things that I own, that I love from QVC, this would be in the top 5 of things that I could never give up because I use it just about every single day. And every time I do a presentation of the Vitamix, I think of something else and I learn something else from the tremendous Jan Mueller on what I can do with it. Here's why this one is so special. First of all, we have all the colors. It is the Explorian, the only time we'll do this all year long as a big deal. I want you to look at the price right away because that is the big difference. $289.98 for a Vitamix. That's a crazy good deal. You're not going to a big box and you're seeing some guy doing demos, or you're going online and finding a $289 Vitamix, the Explorian at that. But that's not all. We're not just giving you the Vitamix with the wet container. We're also giving you the dry container along with this so you can do your breads and your grains and your things like that. We're also giving your tamper, your cookbook, your first blends, and we did not raise the price 1 penny. This is quite the big deal. A $499 value at $289.98. What color are you gonna get? So listen, I have a Vitamix. I've had mine for I think almost 12 years now, and it's fantastic and I love it. But I'm so tempted just to get a new one because of some of these colors. And I'd love to hear your stories. Give us a call. Our Share Your Story line is open, 800-395-1601. I want this color. This one right here is called the True Teal. Very berry. This is so hot. I love that color. It's a green of some sort. Lemongrass? Yes, that's so good. Oh my goodness, they just get better and better. Sandstone, slate, white, red. So good. Free shipping and handling, $17.47. That's what it saves you. This big deal goes away in the next couple of days. And I kind of buried the lead. The lowest price we've ever had it. How do we do this, Jen? You're looking to see you. I know it is.
It's good to see you, too. It's QVC. It's always been QVC and Vitamix for 13 years now, right?
Yeah.
So this is a really big, there you are. This is a really big deal to be able to get the wet container that does all of the 13 different things with the Vitamix and the dry container that does 3 more things. And that's why this is the most requested appliance or the attachment for the Vitamix. Now, it does a lot of different things, but one of the things it does extraordinarily well, and it looks like magic, is it makes hot soup from scratch out of the refrigerator or pantry in 6 minutes. So I'm going to start that off back here.
This is an empty your refrigerator moment and make dinner in 6 minutes.
Right, this is a harvest cheddar soup. Turn the machine on, and in 6 minutes, that will be steaming hot, so stick around. Okay. So you're going to be getting 2 of these containers.
2. I think one of them's like $189 alone by itself, and this entire kit is $289.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you a quick preview of what you do with the dry container, and then I'll go into more depth a little later on. The dry container is used to be able to grind any grain into flour. You can take split pea, lima bean, chili pepper, soybean, any seed or bean grown, and grind it into flour. You could add that flour to thicken soup or stew, or make bread or bread out of it. That's whole grain wheat. It's the hardest grain there is grown. Watch what happens when we turn it on. You start out with speed 1. You have a variable speed dial. You take it all the way up to speed 10. In 15 seconds, that's cracked wheat for cereal, like cream of wheat cereal, right? You let it run a full minute, it becomes fine enough to bake with. Now, you could do this with another machine. It's called an electric grain mill. Okay, that's all it does.
Yeah.
It's $100 to $200 just for the grain mill. Okay, so that's really cool, right? That's great. So now what do you do with the flour? Well, you make your own bread in the same container. You just add in the water, the olive oil, a little bit of honey, the yeast, the salt. Did I say water? Yeah. Okay, good.
And P.S. and by the way, part of the reason why I love the Vitamix so much is what he just said. You know what ingredients you're putting in your foods, so you are actually eating and feeding your family in a healthier manner.
Exactly. So then you don't need it by hand. You just put it in here, and you use the pulse button that you also get on the machine to be able to knead the bread dough for you. Put that into the loaf pan, let it rise for about 20 to 30 minutes. Bake it off in the oven. 30 minutes, so in less than an hour, you have hot, homemade from the field to the table bread. I mean, real bread. Nothing else is in there except the best grain.
On your store-bought bread, you can't pronounce half of them. He just told you the 5 ingredients that are in that bread that you created yourself, and that is rewarding. That's why you need the dry container. The dry container does not usually come with this, especially for $289.98. Hello, fall, soup and bread. Yes, please.
Okay, good. So I call this the Vitamix Complete Countertop Food Prep System, which makes it your total nutrition center. Why? Because it does the work of 16 different kitchen appliances, and we're going to show you that today. So the first one that's going to come up, hot soup and sauce maker. It's a whole food juicer. It's an ice cream maker, an instant ice cream maker, a peanut butter maker in 30 seconds, just peanuts, ice crusher Margarita maker, a food processor for chopping and dicing, a chopper for doing your dry chopping, a cheese grater for grating cheese, a stick blender for making baby food, a hand mixer for being able to whip, a blender to be able to make your milkshakes, a fondue maker to make fondue in here, and a meat grinder with a grain mill, dough kneader, and coffee, herb, and spice mill.
Wow.
That's what the dry container does. Pretty wild, huh?
And I also love that it's a space saver. You don't need to have all of those machines. You just have one.
Exactly. Okay, so let's start out with the smoothie. Everybody loves smoothies. For the past, I guess, 5 to 10 years, it's become,
at least,
now it's normal, right, for people wanting to start their day out with a smoothie. But now you can make it just like they make it in those smoothie stores with a Vitamix at home. This is about 2 pounds of solid food on the blades. Watch what happens when I turn it on. Like a giant hand, it reaches up, it pulls everything right down into the bottom of the bowl. That's the power of the Explorian 12-amp, 2-peak horsepower motor, turning the case-hardened stainless steel blade at 22,000 revolutions per minute, working together with the container that has all been engineered and designed to work with the motor, the blade, and the container to create the Vitamix Vortex. So what is the Vitamix Vortex? The Vitamix Vortex is this. Now at home, make sure you shut your machine off first. I'm a professional demonstrator, so I can do this. But take a look. You won't find another machine, I say, in the world that's going to look like that. If you did this in a regular blender, you'd be painting your kitchen right now. But you see what happens because of the engineering and the design of the Vitamix? It's funneling the food down into the blades over and over again. That's 130 miles per hour, 500 times per second, 22,500 revolutions per minute. And if you ever forget something, don't worry about it. Vitamix thought of that too. Just keep it running. Just take off the lid plug, drop in your ice or a vegetable or whatever that you wanted to do. That's going to be done in about 15 seconds. And that's all we need to be able to make instant ice cream. Now, I love ice cream. I don't like having to put something into the freezer, making sure it's frozen, bringing it out, putting it. It's too much for me. So I'm going to take 2 ingredients, yogurt and strawberries.
And a much healthier ice cream at that. Healthier.
Of course, because you know what's in it, and it'll taste better than the store-bought strawberry frozen yogurt. Again, turn it on, high speed. Take your tamper and just work out your frustrations by pushing the strawberries down into the blade. The Vitamix loves to run on high speed. You do not have to be afraid of it. It is designed to do this. It's designed to have the Vitamix growl. Just keep pushing it down in. It'll take it and transform the strawberries and the yogurt into strawberry frozen yogurt. That fast we're done.
And that was yogurt and frozen strawberries. That is it.
Frozen solid.
So like in my family where the kids are always like, can we please go get ice cream? Can we please go buy ice cream? I'll just make it for you in like seconds, and it'll be healthier for you because it doesn't have all those crazy ingredients. You know, the strawberries have naturally occurring sugar. It's going to taste fantastic just by itself.
How was that?
It's so good. Got that
good,
perfect amount of tartness. What kind of yogurt did you put in? Just plain yogurt?
No, 2%.
2%. Oh, but is it plain or does something else?
It's vanilla.
Vanilla,
Yep.
yogurt, and strawberries. Do it, do it, do it. Real quick, I want to show you colors, and then I want to take this phone call. Truly teal, berry. This is the lemongrass, so pretty. That is your sandstone. That is your slate, the white, and the red. It comes with your wet. It comes with your dry. It comes with your tamper. It comes with your books. It comes with a very low price tag. $289.98. It's a steal. I'm telling you. what is it, $3.45 just for the Explorian, which we will not do again as a big deal for the rest of the year. Yeah, $149 for the extra container. You get the entire big deal home for 5 easy payments of $58. Now's your time to upgrade. Send your old one off to college with the kids or wherever they're going, but get yours now.
Can I show you the soup?
Yeah, show us that first. 6 minutes, soup,
Yep.
hot and ready to go, and you know the ingredients.
So this is a harvest cheddar soup. You get the recipes, comes with it. You've got 65 recipes in the 2 books, hundreds of recipes on QVC.com and Vitamix.com. This is simple to do. It's water or chicken broth, a little bit of white wine, some celery, onion, a baked potato, cheddar cheese, a whole Granny Smith apple.
Wow.
You let it run for 6 minutes and you have harvest
Steamy,
cheddar soup.
hot.
As if you went to the restaurant this fall, taking everybody out, right? Instead of cooking, no, let's go.
Yeah.
No, make it at home.
Yeah.
Because
You don't
now
need to
you've
spend that
got
much money. It's ridiculous these days.
restaurant quality soup.
So good.
It's great for you because you know what's in it.
Right.
You determine how much salt to use. You determine how much of any of the different fruits or vegetables that you use in there. You want to try?
Yeah, of course I do. And if you wanted to make it a little bit more, heartier, like chunks and things like that, you could absolutely put that in there as well. Let's talk to Teresa. Hi, Teresa. How are you?
Hello, Kirsten. How are you?
Oh my goodness, that was like fall in a bite.
Yeah, right.
That tastes like, truly tastes like fall. Teresa, do you bake soup with yours?
I do. This is my 3rd one. This will be my 4th one.
Really?
Okay? And every one I bought from QVC. And here's what happens. So someone will come over. They'll see me use my Vitamix, and I send it home with them, and then I have to buy another
You're
one.
the nicest person ever.
Way to go.
I'm going to be buying this one because I am on a very strict diet because my doctor put me on it. And he says, you have to drink this protein shake every day.
Yeah.
And it, by itself, it is awful. And it's like, thank you, doctor. I love you so much. So this is the only blender that is powerful enough to power through the ice so that every day it's like I'm drinking a milkshake, not a chalky protein shake.
You're
You know
so
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, that's what I use ours for every single day. And every single person in our family wants a different type of protein-based shake, whether it be a chocolate or a vanilla or a berry one. And you're right, it's the only one that gets through the ice, makes it super, super good. But also, like, for my kids, and maybe you should do this too, Teresa, well, I'll hide, like, the spinach in it, but you don't taste it because it pulverizes it.
Exactly, because you don't have, like with celery, you don't have the string.
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes fabulous soup. And since I've been on this strict diet for 2 years using my Vitamix, I've lost 54 pounds.
Hey, virtual high five.
Seriously.
Doctor should be happy with
So
you.
I absolutely love it. And everyone who takes it home with them, they love it. So, and I send them your way if they're sending friends. So
Awesome. Teresa, thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for letting us follow along on the journey and for sending others to us. And we wish you the best on your continued health journey.
I have one suggestion.
Sure.
Since I'm on such a strict diet, I use organic soy milk and frozen peaches, and it makes the best peach faux ice cream you have ever tasted.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
frozen fruit.
And Jan's the first person to tell you, you all online give us the best recipes.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you so much, Teresa.
Thanks, Kirsten and Jan. It's good to talk to you.
Thanks. Bye.
Same here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, great. See, that's
Yeah.
why people love their Vitamix
Yeah.
4 times over. Okay, so we started out with about 2 pounds of solid food. If
There's
you
that
didn't see the
spinach I was
beginning.
talking about.
Okay, that's what we were talking about. 3 cups of spinach. So let's see what comes out.
And this is why, Teresa was saying it, I was saying it, I can give this to my children and they're not gonna be like, bleh, bleh, because they don't taste or feel, so it's a texture thing, the fruits or the vegetables.
Exactly. So when you mix raw vegetables with raw fruits, you lose the flavor of the vegetable and the fruit flavor gets pronounced.
Yes.
So in this drink, because I've got pineapple and banana and grapes and 3 cups of spinach, even though I'm giving you a whole lot of spinach, that's like a spinach salad, you're going to taste like a fruit smoothie.
Yes, you are, but it's so